morning, all. What about rest of you all? Brahmanshu, Akanksha, Harsh, Harsh, Akanksha, Nikore, Harsh. Good morning to all of you, dear students. Ria, good morning. Munal, good morning. Good morning. Today, Ria, Munal, Brahmanshu, Om, Harsh. Today we are going to learn something different. Today we are going to practice our uh, spoken English part so that we come to know something different today. Okay. So, yes, students, I hope, yes, five, six of you are there. So, let me begin. So, dear students, you see here, like there's a conversation here between two people, Graham and Lucy. So let's see what is the conversation all about, and in the process, we shall learn new words and phrases. For example, Graham says, "Why do you think we should wake up early in the morning?" Right. So, why do you think we should wake up early in the morning? That is what Graham says. Graham asked actually. Lucy says, I think we can wind up doing all our works earlier than other people. So, this is what Lucy has to think because if we get up early in the morning, then we end up finishing our works earlier than other people because by the time the people will be sleeping or will remain on bed, we will be winding up so many other works. Okay, so that is the reason as to why we should wake up early in the morning. So, dear students, number one, we have learned to wake up. Okay, wake up. Okay, means get up. Okay, from bed, and wind up means we can finish. So I think we can finish doing all our works earlier than other people. Graham, exactly. There is a host of benefits of waking up early in the morning. There is a host of benefits of waking up early in the morning. Host of. Host of means a large number of, right? So you have to see that Graham says that Graham agrees with what Lucy says. That is why Graham says exactly. Okay. So we use exactly when we agree with people. Okay. Agree with people when they say something. So we say exactly. Right. And then there is a host of benefits of waking up early in the morning. Host of means a lot of benefits. So instead of saying a lot of, we can say a host of benefits waking up early in the morning. Right? Lucy now is asking, like, can you kindly elaborate on it? Okay. What are the benefits that we have by waking up early in the morning? Lucy wants to know from Graham. So Lucy asks the question, can you kindly elaborate on it? Elaborate means explain on this. Okay. Can you kindly explain it or can you kindly elaborate on it? Right. Graham says, now, Graham is going to, of course, elaborate on what are the other benefits of waking up early in the morning. So, Graham says, yes, of course. At the very outset, morning time is ideal for studies. At the very outset means in the very beginning. Okay. Yes, of course. At the very outset. At the very outset means in the very beginning. Morning time is ideal for studies. Right. So the first benefit is morning time is very, very ideal for studies because there is no distraction, there is no noise around. Everything around us is pin drop silent. Therefore, we can focus on our studies relatively quickly. That is why at the very outset, morning time is ideal for studies. There is zero distraction. Zero distraction means there is no distraction as at all. Everywhere there's pin drop silence. Okay. So, dear students, we have learned three different words today. One is at the very outset. So at the very outset means at the very beginning. Those of you who don't know what does at the very outset means, it for you at the out for you. Let me tell you that at the very outset means it is at the very beginning. So at the very beginning, morning time is ideal for studies. There is zero distraction. Zero distraction means there is no distraction. Okay, there is no distraction. There is zero distraction. So zero distraction means there is no distraction. Everywhere there is pin drop silence. Okay, nobody talks here. Everybody, there is pin drop silence. There is zero distraction. Everywhere there is pin drop silence. Pin drop means no, not having any sound. Okay, pin drop silence. Now, so, dear students, hopefully you are able to understand what I am saying. These are some of the standard vocab that we make use of while interacting with one another. Okay, so what I've decided, now that your syllabus for term one is almost over, I shall keep a 2 day, or initially to begin with a 1 day session on Zoom. Okay, probably on Saturday, so that we can have one-to-one voice interaction, right? Which is very important to give boost to our communication skill. And communication skill is very, very important, dear students. It's absolute, it's the demand of the day, because if you are not able to communicate effectively with others, what will happen? Your prospect of getting admitted or taking admission in a school, college, university, your prospect of getting a job, or your prospect of getting workplace promotion is almost zero. Okay, if you cannot communicate with others very, very effectively and grammatically correctly as well. That is why it is a spoken English series. English for competitive exams as well as spoken English will find inclusion in my online teaching every Friday and Saturday, right? Every Friday and Saturday, preferably Saturday on Zoom, we shall have one-to-one, what is it called, one-to-one interaction, and on Friday we shall have English for comparative exam. That will be on YouTube like other days. Okay, and rest of the days we'll try to focus on some kind of academics. Okay, we should revise our lessons. It should be based on our syllabus. Okay, so today, as we couldn't do on Saturday or Friday, these last Fridays, that is why I am carrying forward last Friday's spoken English this week for you. Okay, Harsh, there is no idea when school will reopen. There is no idea. You have to wait. Maybe the middle of September, your class might start. But we are starting with class 12. We are planning to start with class 12 very shortly. And after that, your turn will come. So, might be September, your turn might come in September. So, wait and watch. Okay. Next, you see Lucy says, indeed so. Indeed so, exactly. These are two phrases that we use to show our agreement or to show our approval to some people who are to some people who we agree with, whom we agree with. We tend to concentrate on studies faster than other time of the day. We tend to concentrate. So when we use the word tend to, we use the word tend to when we say we are most likely to concentrate, right? So when we want to say we are most likely to concentrate, in that case we use the word we tend to concentrate. we tend to concentrate on studies faster than other time of the day. What other benefits do we have? Okay, so now Lucy wants to know some more benefit of waking up early in the morning, right? What are other benefits? In addition, the retention power of the brain is optimum in the morning time. Okay, in the morning time when you get up at around 5 o'clock, 5:30, what happens? The retention power of your brain is at its height. Optimum means is at its height. The retention means what? You shall be able to hold the information in your brain for a longer period of time. That is what is called retention. So our brain processes the information and retains it. Okay, in the hard disk of the brain. Okay, so we have also our hard disk inside the brain. Okay, so this hard disk is more active, okay, when during the morning time actually. So it is there of course every time, but morning time it becomes more active, so we can retain the information processed in the brain for a longer duration of time if we learn something in the morning, or if we start our lessons early in the morning, because the retention power of the brain is optimum in the morning time. You can recall everything that you study. You can recall everything that you study. Recall means you can recollect. You can remember everything that you study. Lucy says we can also do some warm-up exercises to keep ourselves physically fit. Okay, we can also do some warm-up exercises to keep ourselves physically fit. So all this is possible only when we have plenty of time in the morning. So how to ensure that we have plenty of time in the morning? By waking up early in the morning. Okay, first of all we shall do some exercise after waking up. Okay, and then we can study. Okay, then we can focus more on our studies, right? And then Graham says absolutely, if we want to ensure a healthy body in a healthy mind, we need to keep aside some time for morning exercise. Okay, so dear students, as you know that physical fitness is very important for each one of us. Okay, without physical fitness in today's world, it is very difficult to get along well. Why? Because there is a lot of pressure. Okay, there is a lot of pressure, academic pressure, pressure of performance. Okay, pressure of completing the assignment on time. That is pressure of meeting the deadline. That is also tremendously pressurizing us. So that is why there is a lot of stress in today's day-to-day work. So in order to relieve our stress, we need to do some kind of meditation as well as some basic yoga exercise. Or if you do not have the thing like provision like doing yoga exercise, then what you can do is just go for a bit of running, jogging in the morning. Okay, go for some jogging in the morning. First go for the pranayam or the meditation for 10 minutes, and then you go for jogging in the morning outside. Okay, the jogging is the best exercise. Jogging is the best exercise, right? So you can jog in the morning, then all your body parts will be activated, which is very important. Okay, to ward off any kind of tension, any kind of stress, right? So this is something which we need to do on a regular basis. Okay, what are we supposed to do? We need to get up early in the morning, do some meditation, come out of the house, do some jogging for at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, or if you think jogging is difficult for you, I don't think it's difficult, but supposing that sometimes you don't like doing jogging, you can go for a brisk walk also. Brisk means you should go for fast walk. Okay, for say 10 minutes, 15 minutes at least to begin with, right? Because you need to sweat a lot, so that you have proper blood circulation, heart function, lungs function, everything will become absolutely proper. It will remain absolutely intact, and it will work completely perfectly if you go for jogging or brisk walking, right? But that you should do after meditation in the morning for at least 15 minutes. Okay, go for 15 minutes of meditation. After that, you come out of your house. Okay, but while you come out, make sure that you wear proper sports shoes. You have the attire, the running attire with you. Okay, you should be because you need to fake it to make it. Okay, so if your attire is not proper, if your attire is not that of an athlete, in that case you cannot go for jogging. You will not get that confidence. So for boosting up that confidence, you need to fake it before you make it. Okay, so next you see Lucy says, of course, physical fitness is of utmost importance when it comes to excelling in studies. When it comes to excelling in studies, physical fitness is of utmost importance. Now, let's discuss the words and phrases that are used in the conversation so that we can use such words in our daily conversation. Right, dear students? So, let's discuss some of these words, okay, so that we know them, okay, properly. Okay, okay, so as you can see right onto your screen, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so see here, wake up. So what does wake up means? Wake up means to get up. I wake up early in summer, right? So wake up is the synonym of get up. So wake up means to get up. I wake up early in summer. Then wind up. What does wind up means? Wind up means to end up. Like let's wind up our meeting today. So when you say let's wind up our meeting today, it means we must end up. Okay, so end up is the wind up is a synonym of end up. So instead of end up, we can also make use of wind up, right? So let's wind up our meeting today. Let's wind up our studies today. Let's wind up our games today. Okay. Then a host of. What does a host of refer to? A host of means large number of people or things. So a host of people or host of opportunities. We can also make use of host of while we refer to people and while we refer to opportunities also, right? Elaborate. Elaborate means to explain in detail. What does elaborate means? To explain in detail. What is the usage? He did not elaborate on the extension of lockdown. He did not elaborate on the extension of lockdown. So we mean to say that he did not explain. Okay, when you say he did not elaborate on the extension of lockdown, we mean to say he did not explain on the extension of lockdown. Then at the very outset means at the very beginning, right? At the very outset means at the very beginning. I explained the rules at the very outset. Okay, at the very outset means I explained the rules at the very outset. At the very outset means at the very beginning. I explained the rules at the very outset. Okay, so at the very outset means at the very beginning. It can be at the outset also. Okay, not necessarily always very. It can be at the outset. So when it is at the outset, it means at the beginning. So instead of saying at the beginning, you can say at the outset. I explained the rules at the outset, right? You can use very. You cannot use very also. Doesn't matter. But the root phrase is at the outset, right? Then zero distraction. Zero distraction, as I told you, there is nothing that can steal your attention. There is nothing that can steal your attention. There is zero distraction on radio news bulletin. Because what happens on television news bulletin, there is some distraction. But when it comes to radio, there is no distraction because there is no visual in radio. So when there is no visual, there is no distraction. Then you can say pin drops. Pin drop means extremely quiet. There is pin drop silence in my room. Pin drop means extremely quiet. There is pin drop silence in my room. Understood? So instead of extremely quiet, you can also use pin drop. Then tend to. What does tend to means? Likely to do something. Okay, tend to, like we say, no, like I am likely to visit there. Okay, he is likely to visit here. The CM is likely to visit Nagpur next month, for example. So is likely to do something is tend to. Okay, when I feel tired, I tend to sleep, right? When I am very much tired, I tend to sleep, right? So tend to means I am likely to sleep. Retention means able to remember things. Okay, a concept video helps retention of information. Retention means able to remember things. Able to remember things is retention. Able to remember things is called retention. Concept video helps retention of information. So what is retention? As I told you, our brain processes the information and holds it for some time in our brain. In our brain. So our brain has also the hard disk in which the information is stored, right? So that is called retention. The storage of data in our data, sorry, storage of data in our brain is called retention. Okay, so next is optimum. Optimum means at its best. Okay, let's do optimum uses of resources. Optimum means at its best or maximum uses. So when you say let's do maximum uses of resources, it means let's do optimum uses of resources. Keep aside. Keep aside means to keep something to be used later. To keep something to be used later is called keep aside. Keep the mobile aside for some time. Keep the mobile aside for some time. Means to keep something to be used later. Next, of utmost importance. What does utmost importance mean? Means or mean the utmost importance means very important. So instead of very important, you can say of utmost importance. Like for example, this is a matter of utmost importance. Instead of saying this is a very important matter, you can also say this is a matter of utmost importance. So dear students, hopefully you have understood these phrases which I have explained to you today, right? So please do make use of such phrases and idioms and words in your everyday communication. Nowadays you have lot of ways to express yourself, like you can make podcasts, you can make YouTube videos on different topics. If you're like interested for fashion and designing, you can write on fashion and designing. You make a web page and write there. You can make podcasts there, as well as you can create your own video on YouTube on such topics, right? So there are a lot of ways to sort of express yourself nowadays. So please do that, okay, on a regular basis. So hopefully you have understood what I meant to say. So dear students, what we are going to like you can create some situation where you can use these words, right? Like wake up, wind up, post up, elaborate, at the very outset, zero distraction, pin drop, tend to, retention, optimum, keep aside, and of utmost importance. So 12 different words we have learned today. So create a situation where you can think of a situation where you can use these all these 12 words, right? And uh, just post it on Google Classroom so that I can see how we have created a situation. Think of a situation, think of a situation, and you can certainly improve on that. Think of a situation where you can use all these 12 words, okay, and phrases. You can use all these 12 words and phrases. You think of a situation where you can use all these words and phrases. Then you should remember, because this is one of the most important techniques of retention. What is the most important techniques of retention? You create a situation and make use of these words and phrases, right? So you think of a plot or think of an article, think of a write-up of such topics where you can use all these information, right? Make a web page and keep writing there. Make a blog. Okay, on Google website you can make a blog and start writing every day and give me the link, upload the link on Google Classroom so that I am able to see it. Okay. Okay, dear students. So I think that's it for the day. Before you leave, can please do text me your presence. Right. Bye bye. Take care and have a great day.